First of all, this is exactly why you're not even supposed to be doing this at this time of the morning because it is cruel. So it is 2:07 a.m. for me right now, and I have no idea why I'm going. Actually, I do know why I'm going live. It's 2:07 a.m. on a Thursday morning for me. I'm in Jamaica, and I just got done working on some fall inspired trade show booth concepts, and now I decided I am going to jump on here and walk through this project with you. And there were just so many important things that came across my mind from what we talked about in terms of the project brief and then like the actual execution. So, but I kind of I want to delve into first how crucial um, or a crucial design principle, and that's like integrating subtle seasonal touches into your booth design, like without compromising the professionalism and the core message of your brand. It's all about finding a balance. So it's kind of like the power of subtlety. Seasonal themes can be powerful, but subtlety is key. So instead of going all out with a fall theme, think about small touches that give a nod to the season, making the space feel current and in tune with the times, but not this like fall vomit, right? And then thinking about like color accents and like seasonal moods, right? So seasonal colors can elevate a booth's design. For instance, introducing warm tones during the fall or cool hues in the winter can really resonate with the audience current mood. Then there's also seasonal interactive elements. So while the core of your booth remains business centric, adding a seasonal interactive element can draw attention. An example is a digital touchscreen that captures feedback, but has like autumn leaves generally drifting across. Um, and there's thinking about like the material choices, like aligning those with the seasons. So considering materials that resonate with the season, but also align with your brand. So maybe it's a textured material for your booth's backdrop or counters that feels warm and inviting during those cooler months. Um, and I mean, there's also being mindful, and I think you kind of have to be this kind of mindful like all the time, but this time of year, um, having kind of like a note for cultural sensitivity. Um, as designers, it's our responsibility to understand the histories and the significance of seasonal events and holidays. And if we're incorporating those elements related to specific days like Thanksgiving, we have to ensure that it's done respectfully. So, I mean, integrating seasonal touches is all about enhancing the boot's appeal, making it feel fresh and current without overshadowing the brand's core message. You have to remember the subtle nods that make a really big impact, or I guess the biggest impact. So, anyway, earlier I was telling you how I was working on some booth concepts. The entire idea was stepping away from cliches to explore some fresh, innovative booth design ideas inspired by the fall season. And I'm going to describe 3 design concepts, and I kind of love to hear your thoughts or feedback. Um, Most of you guys are probably sleeping right now, but if you want to like drop it in the comments when you watch this afterwards, I'd super appreciate it. Okay, so design 1 is called like, the concept is like harvest of memories. So the concept is inspired by the idea of gathering and reflecting. So imagine a booth with like rustic wooden accents, embedded within a digital touchscreen where attendees can interact and share their favorite fall memories, creating like a live digital mosaic of vibrant autumn leaves. So like I talked about it, alluded to a little bit earlier. And it's like the perfect blend of tradition and technology, which I think will just be really cool. So a lot of like wooden textures, rustic walls, that kind of thing. Then design two, I call it future of fall. So moving on to like what we would take to be like a modern twist on fall. So picture a minimalist booth with like metallic hues, a holographic tree, holographic. Apparently words. Anyway, it's 2:13 a.m. I feel like my words don't have to make sense at this point. But like a holographic tree that like stands like at the center, and its leaves like are like ever changing. So they're like changing colors and like moving and all that. And surrounding it are like LED panels that kind of juxtapose images of like cosmic galaxies with like the traditional fall symbols. And I kind of think that would just kind of give it like a fresh, futuristic look for the season, but also make it so interactive that people kind of want to be like, what is that? Let me stop and like check it out. And then design three is what I would call like the tapestry of things. Again, like, and we talked about like this very specific nod to like things that happen like within the fall season. So essentially it's where like tactile again meets technology, like really trying to lean into like technology to make booth spaces as interactive as possible. And basically we would drape the booth in like woven textures intertwined with like strands of like glowing digital threads. So like digital threads of like messaging. And then attendees can interact with like a digital loom, and they can like add their own messages of like gratitude, which then becomes a part of the booth's like glowing tapestry. And it kind of just like all like seeps together. And it becomes like this heartwarming and immersive experience. And I mean, I still want to go back to the point where like I'm totally acknowledging that like varied histories and experiences tied into the fall season can make it sometimes really joyous for some people and maybe not so joyous for others. And in our designs, like we aim for that level of like thoughtfulness and inclusivity and resonance, where we're ensuring we create spaces where everybody can connect when they're engaging with a specific brand and a specific event. So I kind of just want to hear your thoughts on those concepts. And I guess maybe I should share a little bit more, or I can't. Well, that's the best I could do. So I kind of just want to hear some of your thoughts and feedback on this. So thanks for joining me on this design journey. And I'm really curious which design concepts really, or concept, wow, words, really resonates with you. So like drop your thoughts in the comments below. And remember, if you are looking to elevate your event designs this season, YKMD is here to help. And this is Yanique signing off. Peace, love, and hair grease. Alrighty.